Welcome back to the Mindset Podcast, brought to you by Martecture. Get into the AI marketing mindset on the go. In under 15 minutes, stay ahead with our newsletter and podcast packed with the latest in AI plus marketing. Real research, real case studies, real insights.
Real stuff.
Exactly, real stuff.
Let's just start with a hard reality check. If you're a CMO, you still picture your team crafting these perfect messages for humans.
Right, for a person opening an email or reading a blog post.
But that's not the reality anymore, is it? We're in an era where machines are talking to machines, and your customers, they only see what an algorithm decides is, worth their time.
It's a complete paradigm shift. It's a negotiation between AI agents, not a direct line to your audience.
So today, we're unpacking this AI marketing mindset. We have 3 really critical reports on the desk, one on email, one on brand strategy, and one on the actual pace of AI adoption.
And the mission here is to understand why system thinking, this idea of orchestration, is the only way forward. We're moving from a creative game to an engineering game.
Okay, let's jump into that first source from CMS Wire. It calls the inbox a machine-to-machine sport. That feels dramatic, but also probably true.
Oh, it's absolutely true. We used to worry about spam filters. Now we're up against what they call recipient AI.
So things like Gmail's Gemini or Apple Intelligence?
Exactly. They aren't just filters, they're gatekeepers. You have agentic AI sending the campaign and another AI reading it on the other side.
And the stats in here are, well, they're wild. It says open rates have skyrocketed to almost 46%.
45.6%, yeah. And on paper, that looks incredible.
But I'm guessing that's not human eyeballs.
Not at all. It's a total trap.
Yep.
That number is just bots scanning emails. The number you need to watch is the click-through rate, which has dropped to just 3.9%.
So wait. High opens, almost no clicks. The bots are reading us, but the humans aren't even seeing the message.
Correct. And by 2030, half of the 500 billion daily emails will be AI generated. If your content doesn't signal value to that algorithm, you're summarized into oblivion.
It's not about the catchy subject line anymore, is it? It's about metadata. It's about this concept of engineered performance.
Precisely. It's technical orchestration. You have to structure your intent signals so the machine understands why your email matters more than the 10,000 others.
So the takeaway for leadership is pretty blunt. Stop looking at open rates.
Immediately. They are vanity metrics inflated by machines. You have to shift to intent-based KPIs.
That idea of the machine gatekeeper flows right into our next source from Forbes. This one is about brand strategy.
And this one is so crucial. AI search engines think perplexity, not just Google. They reward clarity, not volume.
So if your brand is trying to be everything to everyone, that classic generic strategy, the AI just tunes it out.
It sees it as noise. Literally. It can't distinguish you from the aggregate, so it summarizes you into being completely invisible. AI amplifies signal, a strong, distinct point of view.
The article uses Patagonia as the example here.
Of course. Because their belief system is so clear, so consistent, the LLM treats it as a known, reliable entity, not just more filler data.
So clarity is no longer just a nice-to-have for branding. It's a technical requirement for being found by these systems.
That's the perfect way to put it. Clarity is the one advantage AI cannot manufacture. Your job now is to define exactly what you believe. Because you appeal to everyone, the AI recommends you to no one.
Okay, so we need engineered performance and radical clarity. But are companies actually ready for this? Our last source from Digiday suggests, maybe not.
Not even close. This is what they're calling the governance gap. We hear all this hype about autonomous agents, but the reality is agentic with a small a.
Meaning we're still holding the leash pretty tight.
Very tight. The stats show humans still anchor 85% of the workflow. The CEO of Publicis even said AI fails to deliver measurable value in 95% of cases so far.
95%, that doesn't sound like a software problem. That sounds like an infrastructure problem.
It is. It's a data problem. Everyone's using AI for insights, but no one is handing over the keys for decision-making because their data is a mess.
Which is where that need for AI enablement comes in. You can't put a Ferrari engine on top of a broken chassis.
Exactly. And that's why system thinking is the prerequisite. You can't have autonomous agents operating on fragmented data. It doesn't work.
So the takeaway here is structural realism. You have to build the roads before you release the self-driving cars.
Solve your data and liability issues first. Then we can talk about agents.
All right, let's recap this whole deep dive. We started with the vanity metrics in email.
Then move to the absolute necessity of having a strong point of view for AI visibility.
And we landed on the governance gap, the fact that we have to fix our internal data house before we can really automate our decisions.
It's a lot to take in, but that's the new baseline for marketing.
So here's the final thought I want to leave you with. If machines are filtering your content and machines are summarizing your strategy, are you still optimizing for the human customer, or are you now optimizing for the algorithm that protects them?
That is the question. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. This episode of the Mindset Podcast was brought to you by Martecture. Get into the AI marketing mindset. On the go. In under 15 minutes, stay ahead with our newsletter and podcast packed with the latest in AI plus marketing. Real research, real case studies, real insights.
Real stuff.
Real stuff.
See you next time.